Good morning everyone. Hope you all enjoyed my last video. Welcome back. Today I have something that I can share to you from my own life. A story. I wouldn't say it is a story, it's a real incident that happened in my life. It's a vulnerable story, in fact, to share with you all. But of course, I'm just sharing it with you so that even you can actually many a times have so many of the breakthroughs in your life. So these breakthroughs will definitely help someone who is watching this particular video, or the comments that you're dropping in this particular video is going to help someone else who are in a similar kind of situation. So it was in the year 1999. I was at my school waiting for my 10th exam results. So from my childhood, I was always been a rank holder, and my teachers, they always have trust in me. Like, they know very well that I will hit the higher grade. So to their expectation, I scored really well in my 10th exams, and my teachers were also happy. They were encouraging me. Even I was filled with so much of joy and happiness on seeing my marks. I returned back to my home in my bicycle, and I rushed inside my house trying to share this particular exciting moment, the happiness, with my mother. And the moment I saw my mother in the kitchen doing something, I just called her, Mom, you know what? This is my marks. You know what? I have scored really good marks, and this is what I was just, out of happiness, I was giving so many things, like what is the mark in my science, what is mark that I got in this particular subject, that particular subject. But when I was saying all these things to her, I did notice that there was a silence and there is no happiness at all in her face. In fact, I started noticing her face, and I just turned back. I did see my dad is also standing behind me, watching me saying all these things to my mom. And I repeated the same thing to my father, because out of happiness, we want to tell it to the whole world. So I was just telling Dad, you know what, I scored this much of marks, and I'm really so happy. But even with him, I didn't see a single piece of happiness in his face. He was silently staring at me, and he said, I know you will be scoring better marks. But you know what? And he just left a pause. I was literally shocked, knowing, oh my God, what is that? Why these two people are so silent? It's such a happy thing that I'm sharing, the proudest moment that I'm sharing, but these people are so quiet. Then after a minute, my dad just said, I know that you will be scoring better marks in your exam, but you know what? I will not be able to afford to your studies anymore, as we are already in a financially bad situation. Our family is financially in a worse situation, and I think it is better you get married to some of our relatives. Whoever I'm pointing out, you can get married to that person, so that at least you can have a happy life. I was literally shocked listening to this, and tears started flowing into my eyes. I never expected such a reply from my dad on that particular day. I still remember the way he looked at me, and the way he, portrayed that he's trying to take care of me. It was like, I know. So I was in a complete shock when I heard from this. And I was trying to convince my dad, saying, no Dad, I will go ahead, I will continue my studies and all that. Please try to help me somehow. And I have to tell you something. I was a person who was studying with the help of scholarship from my first standard. From my very beginning of the school, I was someone who is studying in scholarship, because my family was typical very low middle class family, and they were not able to afford me to that much of fees, that I was studying in a CBSE school. Of course it is in a small town, but still they were not able to afford it. So I was having the support of this scholarship, where my father has to pay only 50% of my school fees. But this time he said, no, I will not be able to even afford that particular thing, and it's better you get married. Because being a girl child, parents just like that too, if you are in a village, they directly tell you like, please get married. That's the best solution that they can get for any situation for a girl child. Then I was crying for the whole night. I didn't had my dinner. I was literally shocked. I was trying to convince my mother, I was trying to convince and take her support somehow to fight against this particular situation. I wanted to continue my studies, and I literally felt so bad. That particular day in my life was like, when today I can never forget those moments, the amount of tears that I was having the whole night. My mom was like, she was trying to convince me to stop my studies, and then she wanted me to get married as well. She says like, I know you are a person who studies always well, but it is good if you get married. So please listen to your father. That's the thing the last note that she gave before even she slept that particular night. And they were all sleeping. I was not having a bit of sleep. I was just crying for the whole night, completely down. No idea. Somehow my inner voice is fighting with me, Shashi, please don't let yourself down. Somehow come out of this moment. I don't know what to do. I was like, please figure out a way to come out of this. So I was having this inner fight within myself, and the night was slowly moving, and it was around like early morning, around 5 o'clock in the morning. I was just looking at the roof of the house and still crying. I know those days, the houses were like very closely built, but particularly in a small town, the houses are very closely built. So I heard this little voice from my next door, from my neighbor. This neighbor auntie, she was trying to wake their children to send them to tuition on time. At least this time they score better marks. So she was saying, come on, get up, you need to go to tuition, come on, get ready. Like that, she was trying to wake them up, and she said, you know what, today at least you go to your tuitions on time. I got this voice, and there was a sudden spark in my mind. I felt like, oh my God, yes, this idea is definitely going to help me. And the moment I heard this, I just stopped crying, and I was like, I woke my mom up and I said, Mom, you know what? See, I got this, I'm sure, like, I know we are all, kind of not financially well off and all that. I understand your point, but you know what? I can take care of myself. I can take tuition to other, small children in our locality, and I can earn some money with which I can actually continue my education. And that day I was standing for myself. I was just fighting for first time for myself. And that particular moment where she also said, okay, if you are able to, please go ahead, but let's see at least for 1 year. That's what the commitment that she gave. And at last I was able to actually go ahead and take some tuition, earn some money, and I was able to go ahead and continue my education. And today my parents are so proud and happy because I have dual master's degree, and I am also helping so many other people for their poor people, in fact, donating for their studies. But that particular moment in my life has just turned upside down with this particular single decision, a small decision, a small inner voice that I listened to. It all happened because when I listened to my inner voice, I was completely able to, change my life. So the one big lesson that I learned at a very small age, at a very young age, I would say, was to follow my heart with courage and do whatever it takes with sincere efforts to win any situation in your life. Never quit until you reach your dreams. So I know there are so many of you who has went through such kind of breakthroughs in your life as well, because human beings are having so many different types of breakthroughs when they pass through their life. If you can resonate with this experience of mine, please go ahead and share your life experiences. Comment below, and I'm sure I'll be reading each one of your comments and I will be replying you guys back. Yeah, and I thank you so much for patiently listening to my vulnerable story. Of course, I just went back for my childhood few moments, right? Okay, all right. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.